this reading is for a collective of people that need to relax. Okay, so what I'm hearing is that in an attempt to get results faster, you've pushed yourself into a state of overexertion of your creativity. Okay, you've overexerted your creative energy, and that to me is looking like every single time you have free time thinking about what it is you want to create. And that can be very powerful. Okay, that can be very powerful energy. But the thing is, right now, it's not coming from a place of wanting to create, it's coming from a place of wanting to get there faster. Okay, and that's going to burn out your creative energy. So that's the overall that's the overall message. Let's get you some more. Okay, yeah, we have the star. The star card keeps coming out for my reading. So the star card here again is the North Star. So you're being guided someplace, but you're not quite there yet. That's what the star card is saying here. And the thing about the star card is you're being guided. Oh, okay, that's coming out. That's coming out. You're being guided to your true north. And our true north in terms of the tarot is like the path, you know, like obviously we have many different paths in our lives, but right now this is the path, you know, this is the path that you're supposed to be following right now. So you're kind of being called to take a time out here in order to realign, right? Because we have the Lovers here. The Lovers is a choice. And to me, Lovers is alignment as well, especially coming out with Judgment here. Judgment, the Judgment card asks you that you need to use judgment, right? You need to use discernment here and say, am I where I need to be in order to get to where I want to go, right? So you're being called to take a time out here because you might have been pushing. I think a great energy of this is like something that I see, at least in my niche here on YouTube, is that content creators, tarot content creators will push out messages that they think are going to get views rather than what they actually feel that they need to share. I lost like a really good tarot creator that I used to love watching to this. They just started doing like what was their most successful videos, and it was like I want authentic messages, you know, not just what does well in the algorithm, you know. And like balance is good, you know, it's good to make a good video for the algorithm, but it's like I can tell that you're just you know, I can tell that you're just making it for the algorithm, you know, because it's the same message every single day, right? And so like that's an example here. It's like, are you doing what you need to do in order to get to where you want to go, or are you just doing what you think you should be doing, right? And the Lovers is asking you to make that choice. If you're not where you want to be right now, something needs to shift, because I'm a personal believer that when you're in alignment with your manifestation, it will come in pretty much instantly. And so that's, you know, where do those blockages come in, right? So let's pull a card. Where are these blockages coming in? Where are these blockages coming forth from the Healer? Okay, the Healer card has come out. I'm gonna read this from the book. Though some may claim the work of the Healer as their gift and name it as their dharma, the force of this archetype is within everyone. It is our natural inclination to remember, to return to, and to reclaim that central and eternal life force from which we so easily drift away. In Sanskrit, the word avida, this book is so tiny, means forgetting, and it is said that it is the source of all suffering and disease. The Healer's mission then becomes to move through the comfort of forgetting, through the veils of ignorance and denial, to reveal the radiance that already exists. The Healer approaches this in multiple ways, from multiple angles. Knowing the cycle of healing is not linear. It is a multi-layered and circuitous process, always leading back to its own origin, much like the Ouroboros. And so the Ouroboros is the snake that eats its own tail, right? So the snake eats itself and then gets, you know, it sustains itself, essentially. The image of the serpent is eternally tied to healing and medicine, both Western and Eastern. Study the serpent and its power. Serpentine, too, is a crystal. I actually just recently bought it, but I think I put it under my pillow like once. The wounded healer is not someone who was wounded and is now healed. It is someone who continues to courageously break open the self and ego as a means for deep integration. This is a collective here that has powerful stuff to share. We have the Sun card here. I'm being drawn to this. I'm hearing like healing through healing others, bringing joy to others. Some of you might resonate with sharing a message, like sharing a collective message, like sharing your own experiences as well might resonate with this collective. I've been doing a lot of readings today that's like specific messages for specific collectives, which is interesting. I also feel like this might come forth as like a service to others. Like some of you might want to be of service in some way. You know, healers, doctors, but the healer archetype like comes forth in so many different ways. You know, musicians. Okay, yeah, we have the womb and we have the siren. So the siren call is something like, you know it when you feel it, you know. The siren call though is something that's like, you can't not do it, you know. There's something that's like you're always going to come back to, because you just can't not do it, right? So if you're experiencing something like this is a very positive sign to really nurture that here, because we have the womb card. This is something that needs to be birthed into existence. And also notice how the womb card is kind of similar in color to the healer. The healer is a merging of the sacral chakra and the solar plexus. So it's like something that needs to be birthed from a place of joy. Again, like I said with the sun card here. I feel like this is prevalent for like musicians particularly, you know, like doing something that makes you happy, like turning a hobby into like a success, you know. Like I don't even necessarily mean money, but I think like people can like view popularity as a success, you know. So it's kind of like taking something that fuels you personally and using it to fuel other people, you know. I went to school with somebody who like grew up, I think he's going to business school somewhere, and he's actually a family friend, which I didn't know. This is such a weird story, but I didn't realize that my great grandma and his grandmother were best friends, and nobody told me that. Anyway, so I went to school with them. It's a small town, right? And like he grew up with his sister running a coffee business, and he like made a lot of money, and he was in high school. Like he made a lot of money, and now he's like he moved away and he's doing university for like business, because I like to stalk people that I went to school with on the internet. I know I'm like a weirdo for that, but and like that's just the energies. It's like his joy is, I mean, I don't know, but it seems like it's business. Like he was always very smart, and again he uses that to bring joy to other people, you know. They can go get a coffee, right? Where it's, you know, like and like people like running like bakeries. It's like I love baking, and it's like I love seeing people eat my treats, you know, and it's like people love eating my treats, right? So that's like the energy here is like doing something like that, right? And I'm sure you know, because the siren card is here, and that represents a deep call within us. Like this is the thing that you can't not do. You know, this is something that you have to pursue. You have to try. This is actually like my tarot channel for me. Like I tried doing tarot like a couple of times, but it just never worked out for me. Like I just never felt like good about it, and then it kept coming back. I was like, I can't not do it, right? So that's the message here. I'm gonna leave this one here. It's gonna be a bit of a shorter reading. If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and leave a comment down below what it is you're working on. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.